on this week's episode of The A-Room Show.
Look! I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it! Look! I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it! Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it! Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, beans, greens, beans, beans, beans.
To the A-Room Show. We're so happy to have you. This week we got a special guest, Suede.
What up?
Suede the Remix God.
Hey, let's go. What's happening?
We're going to jump right into it today. We're going to get to your interview in a little bit, but let's start by talking about this hot topic. We love talking about where technology is taking music. This particular story is really interesting. So some folks, a U.S. digital agency, Space 150, actually used artificial intelligence to make a song in the style of Travis Scott. And it pretty much sounds like Travis Scott. Now, they didn't get too creative with the name. The artist that they call this artificial intelligence is actually Travis Bot. And they came up with a song. They used his sonic vocal style. And the lyrics are pretty interesting. The track is called Jack Park Canny Dope Man. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is that a misprint or?
No, that's it.
Say it again.
That's
Jack Park Canny Dope Man.
Okay.
I know you talking trippy on my plane. I just want your first lane. I'm back to the shit and feel my pain. She got a crew on top of my chain. Wasted in the street like a pain. You see the diamonds in the lighter chain. They say I fucked the bad bitch like I'm Rain. I was the bitch on the plane. I know you got a flame, put that lag in the main. She say she got a jack, boy, candy domain. So she gon' call around, man, that she got a man. He ain't got before now, you ain't all the man.
So here's the lyrics. She got the crew on top of my chain. It's lit. Wasted in the street like pain. Straight up. You see the
Yes,
don't let me do your ad-libs. You see,
straight up.
you see the diamonds in the light of chain. They say I fucked up the bad bitch like I'm Rain. I was the bitch on the plane. Straight up.
So basically, this is what a computer is putting together.
Right,
Like
and listen to Travis Scott, and it said,
music.
throw in some straight ups, talk about bitches,
And a chain. Yeah.
and say it's lit. And you got
crazy.
Travis
Pretty
Scott.
accurate.
I ain't It's know pretty about accurate. I'm sorry, man. It's always me, bro. But
It ain't far off at all.
it's not far off, right?
That's what's going on.
It's just not. It's not far off, and this is a computer just gathering. It's just
Yeah.
literally like just ones
I wonder
and zeros.
if Travis Scott or like Epic could sue though, because you know he's Cactus Jack and like he has the whole Cactus Jack thing, and they straight up called it Jack Park.
I mean, I don't think it's that deep. I just think it's an experiment on how to, capitalize on something that right now we're not really.
But
being
there's already like so much issue and conversation around the issue of artificial intelligence. Like we have people that are talking about doing concert tours with Whitney Houston's hologram.
Mm-hmm.
We have, there's already all these issues over like what's going on with streaming and what's going on with the charts. So like something like this could potentially start streaming at a higher rate than say an actual Travis Scott song, or like not even just Travis Scott, but another artist.
Right.
like to have Travis Bot that is bigger than a new artist. That's kind of messed up.
That's about to happen.
I mean, that's the trend of things.
Maybe we should do it.
That's the trend of things.
Yeah.
Like, look at what you're dealing with. We make TikToks and what's the other one? Trillers, and like that puts a lot of artist songs in the forefront. So
Right.
we are dealing with, it's a lot of technology that's pushing music.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not really far off to think like an artificial
Intelligence
can
could
make
be.
a record better than the rapper that's out right now.
crazy.
You feel me?
I mean,
and go to the top of the charts. If somebody puts it,
Yeah,
You
I don't know. Yeah, no, I think
Like,
we'll
if
get
they
there
put the paper on
eventually. But when you guys, when you hear the song, it's definitely an interpretation. You know what I mean? But I just feel like, obviously technology is going to get better and better. But if we don't, as a culture, start doing some different type of music, if we don't
Needle
switch
says this every
I'm gonna
week.
keep driving it into your
Every
heads,
week.
man.
Y'all,
if we
if
don't,
y'all don't start making new music,
Y'all
Needle
don't
never.
start beating back to y'all drums.
not even no
saying
boom bap.
people
Yo,
coming
this
up.
is the thing. I know, I use 808s and all this shit. I do everything everybody's doing, but I'm still like, we can do better, yo. If a computer can survey 500 songs and out of all those songs, come up with these lyrics based on those 500 songs,
It's crazy.
that's saying a lot.
that's saying a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, we can go down the whole rap. This is give me the look.
Yeah.
But we can go down the whole thing. We should
Yeah.
do that, yo. Write down all the lyrics, check them off, and see and literally see what it is.
Nah.
But until we become more, I mean, you can't do that with a Kendrick song.
That's what I was about to say. I wonder what the computer would have did if we put Big Pop, Kendrick, Cole.
Yeah,
and
like you
fucking-
put, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Into the mix and then try to make it.
It probably blew up.
It probably blew the
Overload.
Wait, how would
Computer
you?
overload.
Yeah.
Computer overload. Shit would have started smoking.
Wait, I gotta ask you, how would you remix this?
Man, I can remix anything. So it's definitely gonna be a hit. I don't know what it'll sound like yet. I ain't even heard this yet.
Yeah,
Honestly.
we got to play it for you. It's,
for sure.
it's definitely seems like an interpretation, but
Man, computers ain't taking over shit.
All right.
all right,
right.
niggas.
And I'm not going to see Whitney on tour with a hologram.
You remember when they did
Or-
the Pac hologram?
that was a moment. That's not
Yeah.
a tour. Nigga
Don't
ain't about to
get it.
hit
All right.
Pennsylvania and Tallahassee and shit and do all that shit, man.
So while we're talking about technology, we gotta talk about TikTok. Obviously, like one of the hottest apps out right now. They recently inked a licensing deal with Merlin to use music from independent labels in their videos, and the new Resso streaming service, which they've also developed.
Okay.
What does this mean?
I mean, I think it's the future. I mean, all these apps create some kind of platform for different people to get their music out there. And I know, I mean, what's funny is, people say like the internet's undefeated. Like this man right here
Right.
is fucking
When
the
they
part
say-
of the
Yeah.
internet.
Sway undefeated.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. TikTok is definitely what's going on. These kids love to dance.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love music? And you give them a easier platform to just go straight to TikTok or Trill or whatever it is, and they go right to the ground with it and just directly upload it there. This is the next best thing. And they done collaborated with WWE, everybody. So it's like what's going on right now.
So, technology's changing. Were you doing your videos and stuff before Instagram, or what was your big kind of?
YouTube. Actually.
Really?
No, Triller. No, not Triller. Vine.
Vine.
Yeah, it was Vine, and then I somehow my fans just followed me over to Instagram.
Wow.
Then I did YouTube, and it just they just rock with me like that.
You mentioned you are working with TikTok now. What can you talk about that?
Well, not directly with TikTok. So
Okay.
a big movie company, I can't say the name just yet, but they reached out to me, and we were talking about off air. We were talking about dancers and stuff like that. Y'all know Jaliyah Harmon?
Yeah, she's the one that did the Renegade.
The original
the
creator.
originator.
So they reached out to me and they reached out to her. They want us to collaborate for a movie that's coming out
Crazy.
this May. So
Wait. Let's get all this.
It's on.
Oh shit.
How much did you drink?
Make sure we get this shit going. You ready? You gotta get this shit.
My boy that Jack over there.
Keep going.
All right.
Yeah, but basically, man, it's like I said, it's the future, man, and you know, I've been doing this for years. The whole going viral thing, that's kind of like what I do, and not to get too far into it, but I actually use that as a tool to actually get real artists and real producers and real DJs to rock with me.
Yeah.
It was a gimmick at first, but then when I did it and it started blowing up, not to get into what I've done, but when I started doing these things, it got bigger than what I thought it was gonna do. And the Wale's and the 2 Chainz and the man, I can go down the list. A lot of people just reach out like, yo, I want to work with you. You make these beats?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know I make beats. They think I just make the videos and somebody make the beat for me.
Yeah.
But I do everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope.
So you use technology and parlayed it into a business model.
It was definitely a great finesse for me.
Yeah. So basically, TikTok. Do you think someone could turn TikTok into like a great business model? Do you think an artist can truly break off TikTok?
As far as like in the
Like-
music
Well,
aspect?
they're saying
Yeah, like
they're
a
creating this streaming service, and now they're
Right. So
licensing the music.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well.
I don't see why not. I think this is actually leverage for the artists. You know, it's giving them. You know, it's probably gonna boost the streams. Kids got easy access to it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going straight to TikTok, so they're gonna listen to all the new music. Because a lot of these kids, I got my own dancers and all that stuff like all around the world. So a lot of times they'll go look for independent music on Triller.
Right.
And now that they've started this for independent artists, this is just a boost for them.
Now, do you think, I mean, this is really for everybody. Like, I've heard some concerns because the company that purchased Musically and turned it into TikTok is a Chinese company. And, you know, like, China has all these crazy laws. Like, at any time they can kind of decide, like, this doesn't fit our country and just shut it all down. So, like, I've heard people say, like, continue to use Triller or other platforms, Instagram, whatever. Like, yeah, even if you are doing TikTok, don't drop the ball on the other ones, because this could potentially be something where they decide they don't want the Western world having access to it.
I'm actually surprised that Instagram hasn't had some features to make it similar to
Oh, it's
TikTok.
coming.
Yeah.
It's
You know what I
coming.
mean? I feel like that's the way about it was. What was it, Vine? I think Vine before that. I don't know. I feel like Instagram is
Instagram
always
killed Vine.
Yeah, they killed Vine. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I feel like they're gonna do the same thing with TikTok eventually.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think TikTok is going to be here today, gone tomorrow. Personally.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Instagram for kids. I just think.
How long is
that's
Instagram
technology.
gonna last though?
Yeah.
That's what I was about. I was just about to say.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Well,
technology.
it's,
Somebody come
Instagram
and
is
knock somebody off,
Facebook,
somebody
so
come.
that's
Well,
hard to
yeah.
say.
Gotta
Because
be.
look, the old people love Facebook.
Yeah, you right about that. My mama be on it every day.
All right, so Snafu Records is bringing a new approach to finding musical talent.
That's
They're-
a stupid name.
I know, I was just about to say, y'all probably wondering what Snafu Records is.
Sounds like a
Well,
fucking
their
snafu.
founder and CEO is Ankit Desai. So he actually used to work with Capitol Records and Universal on like the streaming and digital side. And he basically is calling this the first full service AI-enabled record label. He's using systems to find like these remote artists who might be in like Thailand or Cambodia or whatever. What say you? They're like, if there's a girl in Indonesia whose music is, the world is dying to hear, he's gonna find her.
Damn.
So this label is the bridge to connect this girl out in Indonesia to the rest of the world.
Nigga, please.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, I commend them for trying that shit, but it's just like, what happened to like talented A&Rs? Like, what happened to like believing in your fucking ears?
Labels tired of paying them niggas to put together shit albums.
Or they just
That was
hiring the
mean,
wrong
though.
cats.
I mean, there's no disrespect to no A&R. I mean,
Yeah.
some albums that you just be like, did the nigga really work this album?
Shit.
I done work with artists, and the A&R ain't show up for one session in a year and a half.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I mean, algorithm finding the next big thing. I think that there may be some similarities in hit records. You know what I mean? There are, certain chords that are in all, major hit records or whatever.
Right.
But outside of that,
So they're putting a song through a machine, and based on the
Algorithm.
based on the sonics,
Mm.
it's saying this is a hit record. Is that's what's
Absolutely.
happening right now? That shit's not gonna work. And
It's
all
kinda-
them
that's
niggas
kinda
gonna
I
need
don't
a
know
new
if we're
job
all
in the
on the
next
same
24
page
months.
about how
Okay.
this works. Like, I was thinking it was more like they have the computer surfing through everything. So like we're not hearing everything because we're only like looking for what's trending maybe on SoundCloud or like, you know, what the kids are doing on TikTok. Whereas like this system is like actually like digging and digging. So you might find an artist who only has 54 plays or something, but has a capability of reaching.
Here's the issue. There's much more to a hit anything than a song. Period.
Facts.
There's much more. It's not just like in this room, like with the amount of talent in this room, we probably got access to about 15, 20 hit songs right now. And if we had
Right.
the ability, they'd be out right now.
But
There's
I-
much more. You gotta get marketing. You gotta get the fucking
Yeah.
program directors on your
100%.
team. You gotta get the shit popping on TikTok. You gotta get the shit
So-
popping on.
so
Twitter.
let
It
me
ain't
ask you a
just a
question.
hit record. That's not an algorithm. Is
But
not gonna make you a
This
star.
isn't necessarily to find the
Nah,
hit
nah,
record.
it's to
It's to
find a
find
hit
like a
artist.
next big artist. And the thing about it, I hear everything that you're saying, and I totally agree with so much of what you're saying. But I also feel like you always have to grow and find new ways of doing things. And so I have to commend him just because he's looking for new ways. And he even straight up said, like, he used to be the guy working at the labels that was like using these other services. Like he was getting hired to like buy services for the label. So he's like, rather than me being the guy that's working for a label, let me just create my own label where I make my own system of like finding new artists. And that's it's kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? Like
I would be
these
really
artists,
curious.
these artists are not gonna have the same platform as they're gonna have if they went to Universal, but they at least they have something because especially if we're talking about these artists who don't have the same access to like YouTube or whatever.
Access does not grow your platform though. It could help, but
Nah.
it doesn't because there are many artists that are on major labels that have big looks that come out and because they don't connect to their
Right.
fan base, they just.
But this is also
They
why
just
it
go
might.
away.
This is also why it might work because we have like people think they have the formula and they think it's as simple as like buying their spins or whatever. But like, come to find
Sometimes
out,
that
you
shit
might
don't work.
have. Right. Sometimes that doesn't work. So like, this might be a way of finding other artists. Like we keep talking. Needle says it over and over. We need to do more. We need to do something else. Maybe the people that we're looking for, we have to find alternate means of finding them, and it's not just as simple as hey, send your music to the A-Room
My
show.
opinion on it, I think, my honest opinion, I don't think it's gonna guarantee you finding the next big artist, but it will give a lot of opportunity to artists that nobody knows
Right.
about. That's the benefit.
What can it hurt?
I don't know if it'll actually benefit the labels at the end of the day, but it's
Right.
gonna benefit a lot of unknown artists.
I'll tell you this. So we touched on A&Rs. That's what they're supposed to get paid for, right? They discovered talent. They help work the project, right? They put the artists who they need to be with to develop them, right? I'm gonna just be honest. That shit just gotta work one time. Because how many niggas that you know right now got a job based on having one record?
Right.
I'm just saying, it's a machine. If it does it one time,
One record,
don't be
one
surprised if you see
artist,
other
one
labels saying,
song.
this is the new model. Fuck all that other shit. We get rid of all the overhead because we already changed the format of how music is even coming out now. So let's get even more money by firing the niggas that's doing that job. I'm just saying, it's a way, like, you know what I mean? I just think it only has to work one time. You feel me? For everybody to feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, I
damn,
get
they
that.
found that on the what? Whoa, how much does it cost for me to get one? Let's get one at Dry Rain.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
feel me?
I mean,
I'm just saying,
I'm not
and
a-
if he finds that artist, people, like if he finds more than one, then they have to change the name and they can't be Snafu
Yeah.
because a Snafu is something
Yeah.
that happens.
I would love to see who their roster is right now, and you know what I mean, like who's on Snafu Records right now.
We need to Google that.
They got to pick the roster now, though.
Regardless, though, they're
see
probably
what they
out
already
there digging for something similar to what they got. It's
Snafu.
probably trash.
Okay, in pop culture news, Erykah Badu just launched an online shopping store and she created this vagina fragrance.
It's her vagina.
It's her vagina.
Her
yes.
vagina.
and it sold out within minutes. So basically, she just launched the store on Thursday, and she had made a fragrance that smells like her vagina. And I can't even say vagina right because we always jokingly call it Jana. So basically, she was saying how there's this whole urban legend that her pussy changes men. She said the men that I fall in love with and fall in love with me change jobs and lives. We all know Common started wearing crochet pants after he dated her. So she was talking about she's talked about the process. Dang, I'm a comedian. She's talked about the process of making the fragrance, which involved her burning some of her underwear. She said, I took a lot of pairs of my panties, cut them up into little pieces, and burned them. She said, even the ash is part of it. So that's not really, is that really your vagina?
I'm going to tell you, it feels like it smells funky.
Yeah, it's like some Badussi.
It smells like some funk on that Jana.
But men be like loving that smell, don't they?
Time out.
And you know what? I got something for you. And it's science.
Time out.
It's science. I got some science for you.
And women probably are like, if Erykah Badu's vagina is making all these rappers go crazy, I want to smell just like
But
it.
she ain't kept none of them.
That's not the point. She
They
changed
just
these
drove, but they just slid through.
They didn't just slide through. They dropped off babies and everything. She got 3 talented little kids.
They started straightening their hair and
Andre
wearing crochet
did come
pants.
out with Hey Ya after that shit.
That was
He did
after
come out
that.
with Hey Ya.
I will say this, man. I seen I'm a nerd. I was watching Discovery a long time ago, Discovery Channel, right? And I seen something where they did a study on the female fragrance, right? And they put these men in front of computers and they just had them clicking like if the woman was attractive to rate them from 1 to 10.
Right.
And then during the study, like the guys were wearing a mask and they would emit the smell of vagina. And they noticed that when the men smelled the vagina, they were rating all the women higher. And when they did smell vagina, they was rating like 3, 4, and 5. And when they started letting the scent go,
What channel was this?
Discovery Channel. You could probably Google it though. It's on YouTube. Because it was on TV. It was on Discovery Channel.
Sound like some freak shit. You was watching Discovery Channel. Yeah, my ass, nigga. You was watching
It was science.
Spice Channel, nigga.
I mean, I definitely don't want to burn her pussy in my house. You know.
You like funky pussy? Nah, bro. What about strong pussy?
Strong. Because there's a difference.
She got magical pussy apparently. So I mean, good for her, bro. Like if you can make money, you know, however you want to get it, I'm cool with it, man.
I might need a career change.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you now.
It kind of threw me off when she like burning her panties and shit. Cause
I don't want to burn my panties.
Sounds like voodoo.
Yeah, that's a little bit of voodoo.
Sounds like voodoo. Niggas gonna be burning them incense. Next thing you know, you're gonna be Cash App Erykah Badu. I don't want no parts of that, my nigga.
Last night I had the strangest dream. I sailed away to China in a little rowboat to find you, and you said you had to get your laundry clean. Didn't want no one to hold you. What does that mean? And you said, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
All right, so there's a hit from the 80s called Break My Stride, which is known as like a pop song, basically. It was from 1983, and now it's a really big deal on TikTok. A lot of people are doing TikToks to this song. And TikTok is actually having a big difference for this song. So it's hitting the Spotify charts, the Apple charts, it's back on, you know, all these charts. The artist's name is Matthew Wilder, and basically thousands of users have shared the song, and it's racking up hundreds of thousands of views on YouTube. So Wilder actually says it's been played more than 62 million times on TikTok, and the influence of the app is spreading. So we're talking about the track being on Spotify's Viral 50, Apple Music's Top 100 charts around the world. It's given it a whole new lease on life. So basically, as an artist, like you could have your song totally go away for 30 years and then pop back up and start making money from it all over again.
Yeah, to me that just shows the power and owning your publishing, like keeping your publishing, because you never know when your song's gonna come back and make another run. You know what I'm saying? But if you would have sold your publishing or cashed out, Yeah, you would have spent that money back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you actually probably have done this for some artists as well. Like when you remix a song that like might be like bubbling, not really necessarily like that big, but like the way you can take it and put a either comedic spin on it or like the video that you make to go with it.
You ever heard of the Thanksgiving song?
Yeah.
That was 1988.
Yeah.
2016.
Oh, really?
It was Back to Life. We're talking over 20 years later.
That's
I
crazy.
remember.
That's crazy.
That was like,
No.
That's how it works, though. That's exactly how it works. Yeah.
How'd you find it?
Me?
Yeah.
Instagram.
Instagram. They started, and you
a lot of people, because it was around Thanksgiving, all my fans were like, yo, you gotta do it.
Yeah.
And when a million people say you gotta do it, you probably gotta do it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So it's all about catering to the fan, catering to the crowd, and you can't lose.
Sheesh, man. It seems like you really gotta be in tune with like what pop culture is doing.
Yeah, man. I mean, you just take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, as far as what I do, you know, because I can honestly say it's shout out to B King from Houston. He the one that kind of really like influenced me to do this, but I just took it to another level where it's like everything I do now has to be in, like if it's something going on at this particular moment, I gotta do it. Like it's that serious now.
It seems like you gotta turn it around too.
Yeah.
That seems like the hardest part.
Because it's a fad, so I have to do it right then.
right.
Yeah.
And as long as people out here doing dumb shit, I'm always have a job. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
Well, they ain't gonna
facts.
stop doing that no time soon.
So how, like, you know, TikTok is the big thing. So how are you doing TikTok videos as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to work on my dance moves, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So TikTok and definitely Triller too, but definitely TikTok. That's what I've been on lately.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope.
I just don't know what I'm gonna like. I ain't got no dance moves, dog.
You know dance moves?
Maybe you can help me.
Yeah.
We need to do that. He's probably not doing it.
Niggas got the moves, man.
He's probably not doing it. What you need to do is call Rocky's daughters. They can help you.
Yeah,
might get you
My
right.
daughters, they'll sauce you up.
I need it. I need them lessons, dog.
They got all the little.
Yeah, they doing everything.
And that's a wrap on this episode of The A-Room Show. If you're not already following us, make sure you follow us on Instagram at The A-Room Show. Follow us on YouTube at The A-Room Show and leave us a comment and subscribe. We just might shout you out.